everyone, welcome to my channel where I help you master your career in design. I am Pranav and I am a digital designer and a master's student at OCAD University. In today's video, I will be covering a question that a lot of you might have. Is pursuing a degree in design worth it? If you watch till the end, chances are you will probably learn how to approach design as a career or a professional field and learn what took me more than 6 years and $100,000 to figure out in just 10 minutes. Alright, let's get started. So a lot of you might be wondering, why the fuck am I even qualified to talk about this topic? So let me give you a quick introduction about myself. I am originally from Delhi, India, where I was a restless and adventurous learner. I particularly didn't have any passion or talent for anything, and I did what I felt was right according to the crowd and definitely according to the societal structures. But then something happened that changed my life forever. When I was in high school, I stumbled upon a YouTube video that introduced me to the world of design. It was a video by Chris Future, where he talked about how design can be used to solve problems, create value, and make a difference in the world. I was blown away by the video. I was fascinated by the idea of design as a superpower that can transform anything from products and services to systems and experiences, and I was hooked. So I decided to fuck business, humanities, finance as fields and decided to pursue design as a career. I applied to Srishti School of Design and NID, which are like one of the most renowned design colleges in India. And like 90% of the population, they were too focused on my artistic skills than knowing how I think and how I solve problems. So I ended up getting into a private university to pursue my bachelor's in interaction design. But pursuing design as a degree wasn't as easy as it seemed.
It was very tough on us.
Studying design was demanding, challenging, and sometimes very frustrating. I had to work over 15 plus projects where I had to research, ideate, prototype, and test various design solutions. And I also had to go through rough-ass jury sessions where I had to present my work in front of experts and my peers. And I also got roasted for my work a lot. At the same time, it was rewarding, fulfilling, and fun.
Let him have his fun.
I learned a lot of skills, knowledge, and tools that helped me become a better designer and a better human being. And most importantly, I learned the art of problem solving and being an empath. So coming back to our question, was it all worth it? Fuck no. I'm just kidding. It depends on what you want to achieve, what you're willing to sacrifice, and what you're ready to face.
Fuck, that was dramatic.
Pursuing a degree in design can be a pain in the ass. You'd have to pay a lot of money. Design schools can be very expensive, especially if you have to move to a new city or a country. You'd have to rely on scholarships, loans, and it can really, put you in financial stress and debt all the time. You'd have to spend a lot of time, especially if you're doing a long and intensive program. You have to dedicate a lot of years of your life. And also you might have to delay some plans or goals in your life in order to complete your degree. Sometimes even managing your personal life with design could be very stressful. You'd be so into your projects all the time that you would be thinking about them on a day-to-day basis. Even though that's a very good thing to do, it's a struggle to find the right balance.
You've got to stop thinking about it.
Also have to follow a rigid system. Sometimes you have to go through certain things that might not be relevant to your passion at that time. Like you'd be wanting to learn more about illustrations and you'd be learning about user research. It somehow makes sense in the end. So the rigid rules sometimes can hinder your creativity, your motivation to work, and can also, put your freedom into a box. Even though there are plenty of ways to deal with the rules and regulations and mend your own ways,
Midnight, I guarantee all kinds of illegal activity.
but sometimes to confirm the rules and regulations and ethics, you would have to lose your individual touch to projects with putting your creativity in terms of the things that your university wants.
It's one of the most rewarding aspects of this job, encouraging ability and individuality.
Enough of bashing design degrees. Pursuing a degree in design can be worth it if you want to. You get a chance to actually learn from the industry experts that have been practicing design for the longest time possible. They come in very clutch with, giving you tips and tricks and secret informations that could help you set apart from all your peers.
They're all peasants, Come along.
And it's a great thing to have a constant support while you're working over your projects that require a lot of cognitive thinking, and sometimes having a direction from these professors or mentors could be super beneficial for you. If you want to get a credential, I've noticed this in a lot of job postings that they do require a bachelor's or a master's degree, and having a degree can actually give you a competitive edge over the other applicants. It also unlocks a lot of further doors to your academic pursuits. You can either go for a master's degree or a PhD degree into something that you've been wanting to study more about.
Honorary degrees, etc.
Very impressive.
If you want to have a structured path, sometimes having rules and regulations is not that bad too. You can follow a sequence of courses, projects and activities that cover the fundamentals and the advanced topics of design. You can also have a timeline, schedule and deadlines that will keep you on track and motivated. But do you ever consider the possibility of being a successful designer without spending a chunk of your money and time going to a design school? Well, the good news is you can be a successful designer without having a degree or going to a design school. You can easily learn design from the world or from the internet. Even though it's not guaranteed that you will get a job without having a degree, because some companies can be a little bitch about hiring employees with degrees. Trust me, the most important source into learning design is through the world. Start with observing the products that you use and the services that you enjoy on a daily basis. You can easily notice how it affects your decisions, moods, and behaviors. Then you can also go ahead with experimenting. Always feel free to search for different design tools and methods and experimenting them with your own ideas. Even test out your solutions in real world settings. And you always have the option to learn design from the internet. You can easily start by consuming free content on YouTube. That naturally provides a structure to your learning. Or if you need a monetary factor constantly badgering you to learn more, you can always spend some money and subscribe to courses on Coursera or edX or Udemy or plenty of other websites. Or if you have even more money, you can enroll yourselves into professional certificate programs that run for like 6 or 9 months on an average. That way you spend like 1/10 of the fees, 1/4 of the average time you spend in design schools. I cannot emphasize enough on how essential reading is for you. You can always go ahead and read reports and papers written by designers for designers and for general public too. Finally, you have to complete the learning of design by doing. You absolutely have to put yourself into situations where you're testing the knowledge that you've gained so far and working on case studies or performing in workshops or any other place that facilitates a physical learning environment for you is really essential. And you can also fuck around with a lot of puzzles and design quizzes over the internet. Which method is better, you may ask? I strongly believe you have to combine both of these methodologies to be a successful designer. And if you're still confused about being a self-learning designer and you want to pursue a degree, then why the fuck not? Take a student loan, sell your dad's land, start a petition, open a fundraiser, because at the end of the day, you know what's best for you. I think going to design schools was actually worth it for me. I already have a respectable degree. I'll be having one more a year later. I was forced to improve my communication in a setting for 4 years. I truly got to empathize with a lot of people. I got to learn from the experts that were actually working in the field. Overall, I just became a good human being. If you don't have the money and you don't want to put yourself into financial stress, do the things that I told you. Combine the two learning methodologies of learning from the world and the internet and you're good to go. Trust me, if you work hard enough, you can easily work your way up to big companies and even start your own business for that matter. So on that note, take care and always remember, every human can be a designer.